It began on March 15, 2011, when the Syrian government met mostly peaceful protests in several towns and cities with gunfires, beatings, and arrests. This was all in a result of the arrest of 15 young boys in the southern town of Dara for spray painting "The people want the downfall of the regime" on buildings. Large demonstrations take place. Protest continues, including in Homs. Some pro-government and demonstrations take place too. Security forces attempt to crush dissent, killing dozens. Assad blames foreign powers for the unrest. The 8 stages of genocide going on in Syria today. Stage 1. Classification. The Assad regime was run by President Bashar al-Assad, which consisted of small core trusted military units. And the other side, the insurgents, protesters seeking democracy or freedom. These were peaceful protesters who turned to attacking when Assad began the assault on their own country. Stage 2. Symbolization. The protesters wished for freedom and democracy in Syria. The symbol for these people would be that they wanted peace. And they showed that they wanted peace through their protesting and their signs, and their peaceful protest with words, not with force. Stage 3. Dehumanization. Syrians were against the Jewish and American population inside Syria. They believed that Syrian government was keeping the nation from tearing apart. Believed that anyone against the government wanted to break up / destroy the country, and were locked down upon those trying to help. Stage 4. Organization. In the past, policies were generally socialist and anti-Israel. The organizations were formal because the Syrian government was involved in all of the attacks, even though they claimed it was caused by foreign-inspired terrorist gangs. But the Syrian government was behind all of it. Stage 5. Polarization. President Assad began targeting racists / ethnicities that were against him as well as others. He targeted Sunni Muslims, army defectors, the protesters, and children. They soon started bombing people and gassing people, and it was just really bad. Stage 6. Preparation. Syria met the deadline by submitting destruction plan for chemical weapons, and Russia pretty much came in and gassed Syrian civilians, and then America sent tomahawks over in retaliation and blew up all the planes. Stage 7. Extermination. Attacks and counterattacks led to an all-out civil war. Assad regime used tanks, attack helicopters, and artillery to torture, kill protesters and children. The ultimate death toll reached over 200,000, and 6 million people were displaced and or fled the country. And over half the people that were displaced were children. Stage 8. Denial. The Syrian government denied any responsibility for the armed conflicts. They also blamed foreign-inspired terrorist gangs for the armed conflicts going on throughout Syria. They also denied using gases in any of their bombings against these foreign-inspired terrorist gangs.
هات ايده لك هات ايده هات صغيرة الله يحمي المرأة معهم في حدا جوا في حدا يا شباب افتحوا الباب افتحوا الباب شو الله هات نقالي معي